Hello, everyone. Hopefully, everyone. We'll see if everyone can hear me or not. Hey, it's John. Say hello when you get in the room. And Leanne, you're with us, I think.
I am totally with you.
Awesome. Awesome.
100%.
Awesome. Well,
yeah, I was stuck in the test.
It's all right. That's all right. So we got our little delay going on, so we're waiting for people to chime in and say, "Yeah, we can hear you."
Yeah, because we're waiting to hear from Terry and Gordon and Marcus and Nelson. And yeah, come on, where you're checking in from and that you can hear us. And that we're not just talking to each other, because that's fun, but we want to talk to you guys.
Okay, we've got Terry, we've got John on, Andrew. Hey, people are starting to chime in now. Hey, guys. Ellen, hey, it's nice to have you guys. So this is the second of the training. And just so you guys know, we're not only doing 2 training sessions for Email CopyPro. We're still doing our weekly sessions. We will be doing those Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I will not be doing one this Thursday because I will be speaking at Mindshare, which is an event in San Diego. And I will be down there on Thursday. I'm not speaking on Thursday, but I am unsure of timing and internet access. So assuming that, well, I say I'm not going to do it. We're going to know on Wednesday. So sorry, we can't give you notice until then. However, Leanne can take the call. So one way or the other, we'll have our call on Thursday, correct, Leanne? Before I say one way or the other, I just want to make sure that we're going to have it next Thursday.
Well, it's this Thursday unless I happen to be on my way to San Diego, and then it wouldn't be happening for me either.
Okay, so a little bit up in the air right now, guys. It's going to the 1 week that we may not have a call. We've had a call every single week, but we may not have it this Thursday simply because our whole team is traveling to San Diego. So in case we don't, we will have resume our calls the following week on the following Thursday, and we have calls every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is not your only chance to ask everything you need to ask about Email CopyPro. We're here to work with you on an ongoing basis and answer those questions for you. So we, as usual, will dive in and ask you to ask us what you want to know. And a little bit different today, while you're asking those questions, please do put all the questions in. I will also show you the new 2.0 interface for all the logged in yet. Shame on you. Seriously. This is the beautiful new Email CopyPro 2.0. And if you logged in a few days ago, it looks different than it does. It already looks different. And it'll look different come tomorrow. It's slightly different, guys. Not anything too major here. But we have broken Email CopyPro into the 4 essential elements of all emails. So all emails have one of 4 things that they're trying to do. They're trying to engage your prospect, and that could be a first engagement like a hello handshake, or a re-engagement like a hey, how you been? Are you still interested in email marketing? Re-engaging list. Obviously, promotions. Promoting is a very important part of any email. So we have a ton of promotional content. And what we call inspire and consume is content. Now, this is meant for 2 specific audiences. Inspiration is meant to inspire prospective customers to buy, but also inspire them from an emotional level. In other words, you want to send content that is inspirational, and it doesn't have to be rah inspirational, but it does have to inspire them that A, they can do it, B, other people are doing it and succeeding, and C, in order for them to do it, they need to be inspired to take action. So that's what that is all about. Those emails and sequences are created around that concept. And the consumption is basically the same type of content, with the exception of here's what you do first. How are you doing on the program? If you don't have a consumption series, you'll have higher refunds. If you don't follow up and talk to your peeps, you'll just have higher refunds. So everyone can do better at this, including myself. So that's what Email CopyPro is built to do, to give you those sequences. And so wherever you are at in the mix, you can say, hey, I just want to create an opt-in. Well, an opt-in is an engagement email. So you just go under engagement. It flips right over. You can view everything we have right here. You can see a description of it. You can view all. You can view the categories. If I look at the categories of engagement, I can engage an affiliates list. I can engage my list. So if I want to engage my list, look at all the different kinds of engagement emails that we have. So you can just click on the one that you want. I want to re-engage. I want to set an appointment. If you're like a local business, I want to create an opt-in. And opt-ins have categories. I want to create a free gift opt-in or a webinar. Okay, well, now you're down to just 3 possibilities. You can choose these 2 sequences to create an opt-in for a webinar registration or prospects, or a solo email, which is a notice that you didn't buy. So that's how streamlined Email Copy Pro is now. It's extremely specific. And if you go under View All, for example, you can see, I'll look at View All under promotion category. You can view every sequence that we have for a promotion and every solo email that we have. So as you can tell, there's a lot. There's more that you're going to be able to go through in any one given time. And we're adding more and more to the library all the time. Now, what you may not know about and what we need to talk to you about today is this right here. This epic email setup was designed for one thing in mind. And I'm going to walk you through. If you haven't seen it yet, I will walk you through it. Some people on the call have already seen it. Some people on the call have already done it. These are the 12 sections inside Email Copy Pro that we deem absolutely vital. And over the next course of the next 10 days, we're going to be adding more and more starter emails and starter sequences that only use the epic email setup fields. So in other words, 12 sections in your niche. That's it. That's all we ask you to fill out. I did it start to finish in about 35 minutes. So instead of taking days to set up, it takes 35 minutes. And you'll have starter emails and starter sequences you can use literally that day with all the fields filled out that you need. Now, those are starter emails and starter sequences. They're still far more powerful than what you're sending out now. I mean, there's just no way to compare the two. But once you decide, hey, I got a taste of this, I'm getting good reactions, I'm getting good feedback, I'm gonna venture out and do a whole full-blown promotion. Then you may have to fill out some more fields, but you can fill out the fields as you need them. So as you select a promotion sequence, or as you select a promotional email or a consumption email, you just click on the fields that you haven't filled out yet, and your niche starts populating itself. Now, we've added this as of yesterday. We call it the bonus generators. What's this all about? Well, I'll show you. Bonus generators, right now we only have one, there's going to be a sales page generator, a bullet generator, and a headline generator in this month's release. So starting today, the 1st, we're going to have those 3 things. So we are creating a bullet generator for you. And you can use bullets and should use bullets on everything from your sales pages to your webinars, to your video sales letters, to your ads on Facebook, to post on Facebook, and of course in emails. But what we've done is we've gone out and researched the best bullet copy that we could find, and we're still doing it. Like, we've got all sorts of bullet formulas in here: the what if formula, the if then formula, all sorts of formulas that are built into this bullet generator. So literally, you can click this, and you can build a bullets or weight loss. I'll just say okay. And I will select my field of weight loss. Just down here, I got a lot of niches, folks. And all I have to do is click generate to build this whole tutorial. I don't have to worry about any of this stuff. So if I click generate, it's building my bullets. And now, literally this quick, I've got a list of bullets that I can use in any ad, in anything, and they read fantastic. So I mean, I could just click view. Now, I haven't done anything. As you saw, I just clicked the button. So I can go in here and change anything I want. But let's just click view and look at this. So suffering on a diet plan that makes you feel like a social lever, eating only foods that a rabbit would enjoy means you'll lose weight, right? Wrong. Page whatever tells you why. So if I'm selling a book, I might say page 17 tells you why. How to burn unwanted body fat right. And how outdated approaches like exercising like a crazy person 5 to 6 days a week robs you of your power. See, these are taking formulas that we know work from some of the greatest bullet writers that there are. And we're putting them together with the fields that you've entered, and look how well they read. Little known secrets that let you lose excess belly fat and melt away stubborn belly fat and thigh fat. So let's say that I didn't want to say belly fat twice. That's a great example. So, okay, well, I don't want to say belly fat twice. So I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to click this. And I'm going to say regain that high school body. Little known secrets that let you regain that high school body and melt away stubborn belly and thigh fat. Now we got a bullet. Why most people believe it spells disaster if you're cutting calories really low, but why that's good for you. So that's a why contrarian formula. All these different formulas, a brand new way formula that you can rapidly experience a surge in energy without counting calories and start. So it can go on and on here. So right now we've got 15 killer bullets that you can use. We're going to have 50 by the end of the month. So you can come in here at any time, grab some bullets and put into an email. That's, in other words, you can kind of custom write an email. You can put a bullet inside a sales page, like I said, a webinar, a video sales letter. Let's mute yourself, Leanne. And you can just go on and on. So that's just the little bitty things that we're adding as we go along to make Email Copy Pro even that much more powerful. So again, that's under mission control. It's going to be under what these are all bonuses, by the way, and they're not advertised. We didn't tell you that we're going to give you the best bullet writing power that there is out there automatically, but hey, surprise, we are. And there will be other bonus generators that you will find in here as the month progresses, and of course, as the months progress. So that is a brief overview of the new 2.0 interface and what you can expect to see and how the emails work. And I can take any questions now. We'll walk you straight through anything you want to see. But be sure to start here. Go through the setup. Start with the setup. It'll take you about 30 to 45 minutes. And then when you're done, you'll see on the last page, hey, click email clients at emailcopypro.com. And we'll set up a 15-minute call with you to go through your epic email setup to make sure you did it right. Just because we're cool like that. So that is how we're rolling around here. Hopefully that sounds really good to you guys. So there's no more excuses. You have no excuses. It's so complicated. Not anymore. It's every bit as powerful. In fact, it's even more powerful now. We've actually added more under the hood, but we made it infinitely easier than version 1 was. And now it's almost impossible to get lost. All you have to ask yourself is, what is my goal? Is my goal to promote something? Well, where do you want to go? Well, the promote tab, right? Is my goal to create content? Well, do I want to inspire someone with content? Like, do I want to create a sale? Do I want to build inspiration? Or do I want to get a customer to consume something with content? Well, if I want to inspire content, I click here. And look at all the categories we have for inspirational content. A free gift, social media, reviews, quiz, testimonials, tips and insights. Go tips and insights. Look at all the tips and insights ones we have. So, okay, great. I want to send this tip. Let's avoid this tip. Boom. I click here and I'm off to the races. I title my email. I select my niche. I generate it and I'm done. And I can fill in the blanks from there. So I think we've really made it a lot easier, obviously. And anytime you get stuck, just so you know, like if I click over here, I'll show you this real quick here. I'm going to, let's just select, it doesn't matter which one you use. So if you get stuck, click this button and your video will load right here. And this will walk you through how to get through any of these sections, anything that you don't know. This video right here trains you in 7 minutes how to use this entire interface area. So it's a very short video. You don't have to watch it once. So you click here, as you can see, things just pop right up. That you can see everything right from this one panel now. So you don't have any pop-ups to worry about. You can just click here. You can say a nice freebie any weight loss enthusiast should have. That's good. That's good. But if I want to change it to fitness lover, I just do that. And that's how awesome Email Copy Pro 2.0 is. Very clean, as you can see. It's very clean. We went way over the top, I think, in giving you the best interface design we could to make it super palatable, super easy, very quick, easy on the eyes, and still with all the power that you have. So the deeper that you want to go inside Email Copy Pro, the deeper we can take you. If you're like, hey, I'm a pro marketer and I want to dive into your deepest promotional sequences, great. You just select the one you want and start filling in the niche data. Just be sure to follow the rules. That's all we ask. Click on the rules. Look at the examples. Every one of these sections has examples and rules to follow. If you just abide by these, you'll be doing great. Okay. Leanne, we can take some questions here.
Well, okay then. 1 second. Yeah, I love those bullets. As you were scrolling through the bullets, I'm like, I could see those like on a magazine cover like today, or, you know, they read perfect.
Mm-hmm. And we really think that, we're going to keep adding stuff like into the bonus generators. We're going to have the sales page generator, which we already have. We're just moving it over into that particular funnel tonight. We're going to have a headline generator that's coming out in a few weeks. So not only bullets, but we want to give you headlines that you can use for your sales pages, that you can use for your webinars, that you can use for anything that you need a headline for. So Email CopyPro is going to be more than just your email tool. It's going to be your copywriting tool. And those are just bonuses that we're adding in for you.
Yeah, exactly. We were thinking like, if you need email, well, you probably have a landing page. You probably have an opt-in page. You might have a webinar page. What do you need on those pages? Well, you probably need bullets. You probably need a headline. And so, hey, why don't we just put an Email CopyPro? So
Right.
John's like, all right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So now you got it.
Well, I'll tell you how powerful this engine is. We've been bragging about the power of the software. And granted, I'm breaking a marketing rule here. Okay, I'm completely telling you this is not how you market something. How you market something is you sell I can tell you right now that if you use Email CopyPro, you'll make more money with email marketing. That's how you market, right? That's what you want. You want to make more money online. Period. That's what you want. I can do this for you. I can make it faster for you. I can give you A-list copy. That's what you want. But since you're on a training call, I get to break the rules a little bit and tell you how cool the actual software is, because imagine how much power had to be under the hood for me to be able to take bullets that John Carlton and Clayton Makepeace, I can get down the line, Daniel Epps, all these great copywriters have written, and they produce these tutorials. Okay, here's how you write. Here's how you do this bullet. Here's examples of how you do this bullet. And I was able to take those and put them inside Email CopyPro without adding one single field for you to enter. Just taking the fields you already have. All the bullets that you just saw will work for any industry. And it will work for you. All you have to do is complete your niche. That's it. That's all you have to do. And a lot of them will work just with your starter, with your setup, with the Epic email setup, just those 12 fields. Now, some of them won't. You'll have to click on it and use the one. You'll have to fill out those extra data fields. But that's all there is to it. So that's the power under the hood that you guys have at your disposal.
Yeah, it's so cool. And we're constantly thinking and looking at the data and saying, what else could we use this for, right? And can we add it to Email CopyPro? So stay tuned, because you never know what's going to pop in there. All right, so I'm going to get to some questions. Questions. Roger said, I just noticed there's new videos in the tutorial section, but there's no description of what they are. It'd be really helpful to know what they're addressing. Will that be addressed?
The videos in the tutorial sections right here. So refresh the page here. So it says right here, creating emails and sequences. This is all about the engage sequence. We're going to put the promote. So we're still populating these videos over the next few days. If that's what you're talking about, what they are about is right here. And here's how you create niche entries, creating your emails. I mean, not really sure how much more descriptive we need to be there.
Okay. Well, if we didn't cover it, Roger, chime in and let us know how much more detail you want. You also had a different question. You said on a different note, when do you expect to add emails for maximizing webinar sales, like having a cart abandoned sequence, watch but didn't see offer, registered but didn't show up, etc.?
Yeah, that's the webinar. That's the advanced webinar sequence is due out this month. So this month we'll have that, which includes the cart abandonment, people that leave early, the more advanced webinar stuff that we have to take into consideration. I hope that you understand this. We're talking, unfortunately, 5% of the marketers out there that use such tactics. So we have to put sequences in here that 90% will use. That is actually on the agenda for August. So you'll have that this month. You already have webinar sequences in there, by the way. You just don't have those particular ones, the cart abandonment sequence and all that.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. But it's a good question. It's a fair question, and it's one that we'll definitely be adding in there. So
let's see. Roger is also asking. Also, where it says in the email copy, CTA link text, get it free, I'm assuming we should delete that part, CTA link text, right?
Unless you want to send out a really weird email, yeah.
like I did last week.
Yeah, that's just telling you what your call to action text is. So you've selected that call to action text inside the setup. And so we're telling you, and for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, let me come over here and I'll just click into my emails here. And let me see here. I'll just look into over here and I'll click here. And this needs to be updated. So over here, it says watch it now, CTA link text. Okay. So when I copy this email, I go into view and I copy this into my, as you can tell, this wasn't all filled out, but let's pretend it was. I'm just kind of curious, by the way, because before I do this, I just click regenerate and seeing if I did fill it out later down the line. And nope, I didn't. So thought I might have filled out this niche. I do so many demos, it's hard to remember which ones I haven't filled out. So pretend this was filled out. Then all I would do is take this link. And so you usually don't want to send out an HTTP blah, blah, blah inside of an email because a spam filter will trigger. So that's why in an email, you take this and you build an ahref tag around it and you just highlight it and say, I want to make it a link, okay, inside your email. And so it's going to ask you what text you want to use. Well, here's the text you use. Watch it now. I mean, you chose it. So sometimes we'll get really specific with the text we think you need to use here, but 90% of the time it's the text that you chose. So that answer the question?
Yep. Let's see. Lawrence is asking, sorry, I choked. Lawrence is asking, where is the post-webinar follow-up sequence?
Okay, it's under. Okay, I'm going to get Lawrence to come on the call and tell me where you think it would be. Because I want you guys to answer these questions. Okay, okay. So tell me, post webinar. So what are you doing? Are you engaging a new customer? Are you promoting something? Are you sending content? What do you think that would be under? By the way, if you get stuck, you can always click view all. This is like a quiz, guys. We're just having some fun. Click view all, you see everything. So if you're selling anything, it's always under the promotion tab. So you click promotion, categories, and right here you have webinar. So here we have the webinar sales multiplier follow-up right here. This one's my favorite, my personal favorite.
Yeah, it's made you a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, see that 700 to 800% greater sell. Yeah, it's no joke. So you can scroll, as you can see all the content and everything you need here. And if I want to create that, I click it and I say webinar. And I select my niche. Again, it doesn't matter which niche I select. For this, we can do, we'll do digital marketing, doesn't really matter. And I can go into each one of these sections. It just pulled in the niche variables that I need for this one. See, this is a set of like 9 or 10 emails. So, but it's still, this is nowhere near as lengthy as that whole niche. Look at that. Under solutions, under the real niche, there was like 19 things. Now there's only 1. So we just made it super easy. Here, the offer is still pretty long because it's still an offer. Still through 3 things here. Let's say that I'm done. I'm ready to go. I just click generate. And my entire sequence will generate within about 8 seconds. It takes about that long to generate this many emails. So there we go. And there we are. And I just click on the instructions. I follow the instructions. It tells me what day to send what email out, what time of the day to send this one out in this particular case. Here's the very first one. Here's the follow-up one. As you can see, it just pulled in right all my data. Pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. And I'll choose the subject line. The subject lines, remember, are always the top 3. We think we like this one. Look at that. Encore with John Benson. How did it know it was me? I don't know. Oh, I do know. So I click view. And this entire email was written, as you saw, in seconds. Now, the one thing that's missing down here is the Encore URL because I don't have it. So I can come in here, click that. As you can see, there's no entry here. Click a new entry. Click this to data to make the data pull in. I'll say webinar Encore. You don't have to title this, by the way, but I do. Enter the date and time, and I'll just say tomorrow. This is not what I would enter, but I'll just make this super fast. Best webinar ever, Jason. Okay, so I'll watch the Encore free. Here's the HTTP. Webinar Encore. Probably not the best URL. I might say register here or claim your spot, and that's all there was to that. Now, I don't have to save anything, by the way. Everything auto saves. We put a save button here to make you feel better, but the only time that save button is ever needed is if I add something like this, blah. If I want to add something like that, then you want to click save. But unless I manually add something to that email, then it's not going to matter. Now, to get that data inside this email, all I do is click generate, or I can click one field at a time, and as you'll see, all of it's there. Ta-da. Even with these big bullets, which I think is pretty funny. There we go. All done. So that's just the first email out of how many emails? Well, let me see. We got the follow-up. We got the rave reviews. Look at that. Now I have to enter my reviews because I don't have it. Now see, it says webinar encore date and time. Click regenerate because I just entered that data, and tomorrow. As you can see, this is a lousy way of saying that, but I'm in a hurry, so I'm showing you this stuff. So notice everything I entered in the last one, all I have to do is hit generate, even if I generated the email once before. Q&A. Look at this. Already got Q&A. Already filled out. Ready to go. How do we know? Well, we just do. Something to experience. Yeah. So by the way, this sequence right here is actually, I'll give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek into things. This sequence is what we call it the webinar multiplier sequence. And the reason why we call it the webinar multiplier sequence is because, as you can tell inside the copy, we talk about webinars. I mean, we talk about like you've gone to a webinar. So, and by the way, just enter the, see, I don't have what else is needed. This is content. This is literally a content segment, which I'd have to fill this out to send this email. So I just click the data and start filling in the data, what's needed. Literally, it's just click and fill out, click and fill out. But as you can tell, if I go back to, let's go back to one where you can tell it's, yeah, it's like something to experience. So this is training, etc. Let me see if I can see something. Yeah, online workshop right here. So what we're doing is we're taking the same exact multiplier sequence and we're modifying it to become a post-sales page sequence. By the way, this is in slight modification to make it an abandoned cart sequence. So it's very slight for that because you really don't need, if it's an abandoned cart sequence, you can just put them into the sequence. But we're going to have it to be for a sales page, a video sales letter, a webinar, whatever event that you're promoting. So this particular series of emails, there's a specific psychological reason for experience, what else you'll need, free stuff, follow. These are all have payment plan, near cart close, price point. And I apologize. That's a definitive pattern that we've basically mastered and put into Email CopyPro for you. And this was the work of Jonathan Mizell and Mike Filsame. I think Jason Fladlin had something to do with it, myself and a few other people. Russell Brunson. So all of us just saying, hey, here's the sequence that's working for us. Mizell was very important in all of this. And just taking their stuff along with my stuff, combining it with what we know works, we created this sequence, which is a sequence of, it's 11 emails, I believe, that just radically increase webinar. Like if you, it's done 11 times over day one sales. The lowest it's ever done for me is 300%. So 300% meaning if you sell 10 on your webinar, you sell 30 by the end of the sequence without changing anything on the webinar. So just this one. So a little sneak peek. I'm actually going to be selling this system by itself. And we're going to call it the email sales multiplier. Okay. So this is how you multiply your sales from any sales page, webinar, or video sales letter with using 11 emails. There's a specific sequence to it. So we're going to be teaching that sequence as a system, and you guys have it already. Obviously you don't need it because it's right there. But for people that don't have Email CopyPro, we're selling just that for $1,000. So yeah, good question. Okay.
Yeah, that makes you feel better about $397 or $597 price tag.
Yeah, $97 a month for this kind of stuff. I mean, this is amazing.
It's just for the bullets. Holy smoke! Just to get well written book. You know, there's a stat somewhere, John, about the percentage of the weight of things on a sales page, and bullets have a really high percentage of tipping people over the edge.
Yeah, bullets are, ask any top copywriter. John Carlton is the one that's most famous for saying this. John Carlton writes bullets first. He'll sit down, he'll go, I'll write 50 to 100 bullets for something. You know, I'll start writing benefits and bullets, so the 2 Bs. So here's the benefits. It does this, does this, does this, does this. Turn them into bullets. Well, you don't have to do that with Email CopyPro. So you already got 15 killer bullets. I mean, you're not going to need 15 bullets on any ad. I mean, you could use all of that. I could stop there and you guys would be happy, but we're going to keep going. So we want there to be 50 to 100 in that bullet library for you so that you can pick and choose the ones that you like. And you can use them in Facebook ads. You can use them, you pick your favorite one, use it in a Facebook ad. You can use it in, obviously, emails. You can use it in sales letters and webinars and VSLs. So,
Yep. Depending on the bullet, definitely Facebook ad for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So Ray is saying John Carlton would spend the day, like days, writing bullets, and this does it instantly. I know, it's crazy.
This is, as soon as your niche is finished, you know, if you started with a blank slate, just a blank slate, and you just went through the 30 to 45-minute epic email setup, about half of those bullets would be completed. The other half you'd have to click on and complete them. So that's how fast it would take you to do it. How long it take you to do it. If your sequence, if your niche is already done, the bullets are done for you instantaneously. If your niche is selected from our pre-written niches, so let's say that you're a new customer and you go, I need to build a diabetes niche, or I need to build a coaching niche, and we already have that written. And you just select coaching niche. Here's my new niche. That's going to pre-populate everything except for your personal data. So there's only a few things that can't populate, like content, for example. So if I just selected just diabetes niche, I'll do this for you right now just to show you. I'll pick one that I don't know on purpose, so that I'll let you pick it. I'll let you pick the one. I'll let somebody chime in so that it's like a magic trick, right? And I'll let you pick the one, and I'll show you starting from scratch. Let's say that, and you pick the one, you pick the niche that you want me to populate, and we'll see what Email CopyPro's regeneration engine will do. Just to give you guys excited about, you know, not just the technology and software, but about the power that this has for you to make sales. I mean, you know, when the top copywriters in the world tell you that writing bullets is a science and a machine can do it for you literally in minutes, you know, this is something to get pretty excited about. No, and that's just the bullets. I mean, we're obviously not talking about all the emails that you're looking at right here. I mean, so yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, someone throw me a niche and I'll do it. I'm kind of curious to see what comes out myself, you know?
Yeah, I did it for public speaking. They came out great.
Oh, cool. Well, now I'm so curious. I just have to do it. So I'm just going to go under here, bonus generator. And okay, so first person to chime in, I'm going to create a new niche.
Pick a niche.
Pick a niche. Authors, coaching, dating, debt reduction, diabetes, dieting, dog training, e-commerce, futures trading, gardening, general health, golf, marriage, personal development, playing an instrument. You guys pick a niche, and I'll let you pick it, and that way.
I don't think that one's in there, Ellen.
The first person to type something in is the one I'll choose.
Well, so, Ellen wrote sexual healing, but we kind of don't have that one in here.
Yeah, it has to be one that we have. It has to be one that we have. So we don't have. We do have marriage.
Digital marketing.
Digital marketing is one I've already completed, so I'd be cheating.
Okay.
Someone here that I don't have any. I don't have any connection to. You know?
Chiropractor, says Lawrence.
Okay, we don't have chiropractors. You have to pick one we have, guys. Coaching, consulting.
Stress management? Do we have stress management?
Yeah, I think that we saw. Yeah, stress management. Okay.
There we go. Ding, ding, ding.
Hey, stress management. Okay, I've never seen this one. Management.
I haven't either, so this should be interesting. Can you zoom in a little bit?
I am zoomed up. I'm zoomed up all the way. So
You are. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to enter a title for this sequence, and we're going to call this Bullets Stress. Okay. So create the new niche, and I'm not going to even deal with any of the niche stuff. I'm just going to click generate and just see what happens. Okay. So fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. And I'll click the bullet generator, and here are the bullets. I'll click view without doing any editing at all. So seeking professional help from a certified therapist means you'll manage stress levels with masterful precision, right? Wrong. How to unearth secret stress management skills with swagger, right? And how outdated approaches like taking prescription medication robs you of your power. Little known secrets that let you reduce the intensity of emotional responses to stress and tackle stress management techniques with tenacity. Why most people believe it spells disaster if you do it yourself, if you DIY stress management, but why that's good for you if you do it right. I'm just reading these off, guys. Exactly how you can rock your new positive attitude when managing stress. Do I need to keep going? I think you guys get the point, right?
Perfect.
Okay, now notice the ones that it didn't enter, like selected. So an offer benefit. Well, we don't know what your offer is. So that's the one thing that even Email CopyPro, as genius as it is, we can't read minds yet. We're working on it, guys. We're working on reading minds, but we can't quite get. But you saw how many of these we could use as is, literally with a click of a button, or in 3 clicks to be specific. So we don't have an offer. How you can a new way you can manage to enjoy far less stress in your daily schedule without something. Well, I have to complete it because we don't know what the offer is. So it's going to walk me through here, and you're going to create this as part of your offer. This is what we call the USP, the unique selling proposition. So you know your offer. I'm going to make this up because I have no idea. So this resulted in the world's foremost blueprint for stressed out executives, moms, and executives. So let's say I just want to go to moms and executives. I don't know why I'd want to do that, but let's say I did. That turns the tables in your favor by giving you, I'm going to change that one to that quickly delivers. I like that one better. Emotional relief and marked reduction in anxiety, social anxiety. So, okay, bad copy, but that's okay. This is demo. All while avoiding costly doctors and English. All right, so there we go. That was my whole USP. I'm done. I'll click the checkbox here. Now, a brand new way you can manage to enjoy far less stress in your daily schedule without costly doctors and dangerous prescription medications. See how that works? So I have to keep going here. I have to enter my offer benefits because we don't know what your offer benefits are because we don't know what your offer is. But notice that's all I had to enter. Now, if I hit regenerate, everything in that one section is going to fill in. Boom, just filled it all in. See? So the only thing it couldn't fill in this particular case is my offer objection because I haven't done it yet. I don't know what my ancient secret is. This pulls up a really cool, by the way, you don't know this, but we're pulling in all these copy templates that we know work really well. Ancient secret is one of my favorite ones because just read this bullet. It's awesome. The amazing something trick that dates back to some dated, ancient age that practically guarantees you something. Okay. So I'm just going to show you how cool this is. I'm going to say it's ancient meditation trick. Okay. The ancient secret is defined as, okay, so I'm going to complete this is defined as breathing in from through your nose for a count of 10 and out for a count of Actually, it should be in for a count of 5 and out for a count of 10. Okay. Something like that. This ancient secret dates back to the time of Socrates. For all those that know that movie reference, let me know. Now, I could keep going here. This ancient secret will help you instantly calm your nerves, even after you can imagine. Okay. I could keep going, but you get the idea. So I could fill out a whole content piece here. Okay, just on this one thing. I click this and I hit regenerate. I want you to read that button now. The amazing meditation trick that dates. Oh, you know, I might say instead of meditation, now that I see that, I might say breath elongation. Amazing breath elongation trick that dates back to the time. Let's just say to the time of Socrates. That was my fault. Okay. See, I did it wrong. This ancient secret dates back the time of Socrates. Well, to the time of Socrates. See, even I can screw it up, and I wrote the damn thing. This amazing breath elongation trick that dates back to the time of Socrates that practically guarantees you instantly calm your nerves, even the most social day you can imagine, on page blank. How do you like that? Now, I'm just giving you an example of like if I wanted to use that one bullet, I was really in love with it. So I was able to fill out that entire content, well, almost the entire content segment within what, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? And of course, if I knew something about this, it would even be faster if it was my area of expertise. But I know a little bit about stress management, but I'm basically making this up as I go along. And just to give you guys the power of this, it's pretty freaking epic. Okay. Now, I'll show you one more cool thing. This is long, okay, right? But let's say I want another ancient secret, and I'm going to call this one, let's call it, let's see, 5-minute meditation. Okay. And I'll show you why that's cool. Really short meditation. This is a terrible definition. Okay, it dates back to pre-biblical times. I'll say it dates back over 2,500 years. How's that? Okay, so I'm just going to fill in just that much data. Okay. Well, now check this out. If I click regenerate. If I have 2 of these in here, it may keep it this time, but let's say that I want to use that one. I can go boom and just boom. I can literally just collect it and go. Okay. I forgot to click the checkbox there, but you get the idea. So this amazing 5-minute meditation trick that makes back over 3,500 years at And so in other words, I can have more than one content piece in here and the bullets change. Hit regenerate and now it goes back to breath elongation trick. So all of this stuff is under the hood and it has been under the hood since day one. We're just showing you how to use it in a really specific way. In this case, how to write a bullet. And bullets are very important to selling anything. If you want to send out an email that's super, super cool, go in here, copy just these 4 things and go on the page you're about to see, the page I'm about to send you, here's what you're going to discover. You know, you'll say, hey, John, I've got something important for you today. On the page I want to show you, you're going to discover ... you know, and then the amazing breath elongation trick. Now, if you're living under constant pressure, anxiety, just these 3 things, right? If you just pick those 3 and then you put your URL in, that's it. I just send that out. Now, that literally would take you 1 minute to do. And I guarantee you, if you send that out or you post that on a Facebook post, people would respond to it because bullets are really, again, bullets just written for the sake of writing bullets, they don't work. But bullets written in these formulas that we know about, that we're pulling in, these formulas that have already been made popular by, again, guys like people that are copywriters, Jay Abraham, Clayton Makepeace, John Carlton. I go down the line of great copywriters that you know, we've taken their bullet formulas and our own bullet formulas. In fact, some of these come right out of Email CopyPro. Email CopyPro already has a bullet formula in it. We make you write 5 bullets. See? Enter 5 bullets. So we already make you write 5 of them with our own formula. But that's only one formula. What we did here is we pulled in 20 different formulas, or 5 or 15 rather different formulas. And we're going to have 50 to 100 different formulas in here. So you can have all sorts of powerful bullets at your disposal. Now, went into a long detail about bullet stuff because we're kind of excited about our new stuff that we have. But we're here to answer your questions. So, Leanne, how are we doing on questions?
Well, you're doing really well because you've almost answered all of them.
Awesome.
Let's see.
Any questions about getting started? Like, is there anyone on the call that's going, I haven't gotten started yet? Because if you haven't gotten started yet, the only thing you have to do is click this and follow the directions. Preferably click this first. Watch this video. It'll pop a video in, see? And after you watch the video, go here and click here and just set this up. If you'll walk through that tutorial, you'll be on your way.
Yep, absolutely. Well, Terry says, I'm a life coach and struggling a little with filling it out. So I'm assuming, Terry, you mean filling out the niche? So Terry probably is a good candidate to do this epic email setup.
Terry, you want to come on and share your screen and let's see what you're talking about?
Yeah, you can if you want by going to the top and saying request. There's a little box there at the very top right above the chat. It says request to speak or something like that. If you click in that box, it'll raise your hand and we can select you without kicking you out of the room. But that's the only way we can do it. So if you want to do that, yeah, come on in. And let's see, Ellen is asking, will Ancient Secret be in the niche setup or do we find that via another route?
Ancient Secret is in the niche setup. Yep. If you go under niches, you'll see it right here. I'll show you. So I'll just select, it doesn't matter which one. If I go under content, it's right here. Enter an Ancient Secret. But you don't have to do that. You can fill it out here. Don't get me wrong. This is how it used to work. You can definitely go to the niche and just go one step after the other, fill it all out. That's totally great. You can do that all you want. Or you can just click Mission Control and you can go, I want an inspirational sequence and I want to send tips and insights to my pre-customers. And I'll come down here and I'll select, let me see, is it in here? Did I select the wrong one? Did John select the wrong one? I might have selected the wrong one. This should be in here. This should be in here. Oh, it's probably under stories. Nope. Okay, so I just forgot to put it in here, so my bad. So if I forgot to put something in somewhere, we all make mistakes. So I'll just go under View All and see if I... Here it is. There you go. That's one place you can do it. There's probably might be under consumption too, because it should be under inspiration. So I'll be sure to fix that. But yeah, so you can do it that way. In other words, it'll pull up inside the sequences that we have. Or you can go under your niche and just say, I want to go to content and fill it out that way. So.
All right. Cool. Let's see. Oh, Ellen was saying she couldn't log into Email CopyPro in Chrome, but she could in Firefox, but we're not supposed to use Firefox, so she finally got in via Chrome. So, good. Glad to hear it.
We're in Chrome, yeah, so this is Safari, but it's no problem to get into Chrome either. So, I mean, I'll show you. Over Chrome. So I'm right here, see. Yeah, it works fine in Chrome, so. It might have been, you might have to update your Chrome, but it does work. So
yeah, update your Chrome. That sounds so funny. I don't know why. Roger is asking, what if a particular niche is not in the category you already have there?
If we don't have a niche, let's be real specific. Which niche are you talking about? Because if you can tell me what niche you're talking about, I can tell you what I would do. There's 3 ways you can go about doing something in Email CopyPro. So if I go under Epic Email Setup and I click here, I title this is my demo setup, and I'm going to create a new niche because whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Go here, create new niche. So I'll stretch that out now. And let's say I'm click here and I don't see the niches under here. Well, that's why we have this starter niche right here. This is a generic niche template that you can use and simply delete the categories that don't apply to you within an email. So you just generate an email, and if it doesn't work for you, you would do that. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it, and the way that we did this forever, is to simply create a niche from scratch. You leave this blank and you can just start entering in your data. So that way you can create a custom niche. Another way of doing it is to have us create the niche for you. We do that as a service. We do that. It's called the Done For You service. Another way of doing that is to request the niche to be created for everyone. So it's a generic niche like we have right here. And when I say generic, you saw how well written that content was. When I say generic, it's not generic. It's very well written content, but it's generic in the sense that it's not customized. If there's three people that were stress reduction specialists, that all 3 have the same data, right? If you want something custom, we can do that for you custom, and we do that. It's called the Done For You service. Or if it's a niche if it's a really specific, like I sell lampshades, it's probably not going to happen by our team unless you hire us out to do it, because that's not a big enough call for it. But if it's something like financial services, or something else that's popular, something else that's where it's in the top 50 niches on the internet, then we'll add that to our niche creation library. We create 1 to 5 niches a month. So if you say I really need this niche, and so do other people, we'll create it. That'll be on the dock this month. So there's many ways you can get your data in here. The other way, and this is the way that a lot of people, this surprised me. They picked a niche, like I just picked, for example, stress reduction, and they just saw how the data was filled in, and they just went in and just changed the data. So if you tell me what your niche is, I'll show you exactly how you can do that.
Yep, just waiting. Yeah, I remember those people were telling me that just having answers contextually filled out really helped them fill out their niche, even though the answers were totally different.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go over here and just to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Click emails, so the emails that we just generated. And remember I said this, I was under stress management. Now, granted, I'm under, bear in mind, I'm in the bullets, but that's okay. It doesn't matter which email I'm in. So come over to the bullet generator, and let's just say, for example, employing a rigorous daily exercise means you'll manage stress levels, blah, blah, blah. And let's say that I don't like any of these. Let's say that I'm not in the stress management field. So what I could do is click edit the niche and just literally take 1 at a time. I'll click overview, and I'll start with the overview, and I'll say, what's my avatar? Well, sufferers of stress, overwhelmed individuals, stressed out souls are the 3 that we have written. Okay. Well, since I'm not in that doesn't apply to me, I'm gonna overwrite this. And by the way, we're about 2 weeks away from having a delete feature here. We don't have it here because you can delete them within the emails. We wanted you to work within the emails because everyone seemed to want to work that way. But right now, what you would do is you just edit over this. So you just say, okay, I write and market to who? Okay, sufferers of panic disorder, or you could just say, I write and market to authors. Let's say I didn't have an authors tab. But see, now that you see how this plays out inside emails, it makes it easier. I wouldn't do it from within here. What I would do is do it from within the emails that you want written. So if I come over here to mission control, and I want to create a promotional email to promote myself, and I want to create let's say I want to create something. I want to get like let's go with a webinar. And it doesn't matter what I want to create, but let's say a webinar. And I'm just going to click, okay, oh, I like this awful problem. I want to scare my customer. An awful problem. Okay. Now I'm going to say awful problem, stress management. Okay. So in other words, I'm going to pull up stress management, but I need you to tell me what you want your niche to be. and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm pulling up the stress management niche. In other words, that's not your niche. And I'm showing you how to edit that niche so that it can be your niche. But you need to tell me what it is.
Well, here it is. It's health insurance.
Health insurance. Okay. So more specifically, are you emailing people that that need to buy health insurance? So I'm going to say
30-second delay. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Roger to confirm,
I'm going to go ahead and stress management demo. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. So here's that email. Just notice it just pulls up what I need in the email. It's all already written for me. It's all already done. I'm going to click generate, and I'm going to do it from within the email so I can see it contextually. Okay. So here's my overview, and then I click what the email is, right? When I experience living under constant pressure and anxiety, I hate it just as much as everyone else. Well, that's not what your deal is, right? So what I would do is come in here and change that to something that's more suited to you. So I'm going to assume that you're selling to people that want health insurance, living without health insurance. Now you could say, oh, okay, I don't like that one, living without health. How about like worrying about inadequate health insurance? Now I know nothing about health insurance, so if I'm writing this, you can definitely write. When I experience worrying about inadequate health insurance, I hate it just as much as anyone. So I would just go through here and say, okay. I see how to minimize the number of stressful events experienced on a daily basis. Okay, these are future tense secondary goals. So I click on this and go, okay. So I'm going to choose a verb, and so you will find you can do what? So these are goals that we want our prospect to have. If you use my information, you will find you can do what? Minimize the number of stressful events. So something for health insurance, I would pick a verb. You can relax. Notice it finds the word relax as you go about life. So, and I would just go on and so forth. Now, what I'm doing is I'm editing that within the niche. So every single thing I edit stays in there permanently. See? So I'm going to delete the ones that don't make any sense to me, and this is where I would delete them. Just delete them in the emails. And once they're deleted in one email, they're deleted in every single email. So now you've only got one future tense goals. I can create another one. So what's another goal for somebody a goal for someone having health insurance? So relax as you go about daily life. What's another goal? You might want to say no. Make sure the rules. Can we use pronouns? Do not use pronouns. No family members are protected in case of disaster or ill health. How's that? I don't know that much about health insurance, so I'm just guessing. So I click that in there, and boom. And I could just keep going. So that's how I would do it. I would just keep going, and as I fill out one email at a time, I'm populating my entire niche. But now I can see what's going on. I can read this. It makes more sense to me. So if you have experienced any of the following, okay, so obviously the ability to remain focused on responsibilities is have insomnia or difficulty sleeping. None of that makes any sense for insurance, right? But what might make insurance? What might make sense for insurance? Well, we can delete two of them. So again, we could do we could do all this for you. We do this as a service, or you can do this yourself. So what is a complaint that someone who doesn't have health insurance would have? How's that? Now I'll just have to edit this here. So I just had to regenerate it. And as you see, so if you're going through any of the following, if it describes what you're going through, paying insane amounts and going into debt over health provider bills. So I'm building my niche as I go. Now I don't have these 2 data fields because I don't have them here. See, I'd enter 2 more. And that's literally what I would do if I wanted to do this all by myself. I would pull up an email until it made sense to me. And I would use the data that we've already written to get you over the hump. So those are, I gave you 5 different ways to fill out your niche data. So hopefully, by the way, there was a life coach that said she was having trouble getting on. We didn't hear back from that. So I want to make sure she's getting taken care of as well. Leanne?
Yep, that was Terry. I just invited her in the room. So she's probably like going through the tests right now, the little audio and video tests.
Okay, great. So I'm going to come over here and turn off my screen sharing so that I can see her.
And some people were commenting, oh, wait a minute. Let me go back to Ellen. Ellen was asking, I just got lost. Are you saying we can't create our own niche from scratch? I was just about to dive in to do that.
Oh, yeah, of course you can. Yeah, just say create new niche and leave the thing blank. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way that's the way it was done from the word go. We're just showing you easier ways to do it. Sure, I prefer people do it from scratch because it forces you to think about your business. Yeah, absolutely. And the way that you do that, Ellen, is you start with the epic email setup because that starts your first 12 entries. Make sense?
Yep. And then some other people were commenting, let's see, as you were building out the health insurance, Michael was saying a problem might be afraid of getting sick. Michael also said losing your home to a huge medical bill.
All those are great. Yeah.
Yep.
Afraid of getting sick, losing your home to a huge medical bill. So yeah. So that's, this is why we do these calls so that you inspire to do this or, you can either have videos that you see, including us on a call, including, the niches already developed so that you can copy over them. You can do any one of those things you want. Any one of those things. So I think we've got Terry in here now.
Yeah, you're the big kahuna in here. You've got controls. Can you?
Terry says she got kicked out and had to install something, so I lost chat and now can't hear anything. Don't you just love Webinar Jam? Okay, Terry. Well, we'll invite you back in. I'm going to invite her back in. Terry has left the room. Okay. Okay, guys. Hang with us. Hang with us. For whatever reason, I don't have invitation controls.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay, I see Terry. I'm going to invite her as a speaker.
Okay.
I got that. All right. Terry, you got the invite, so come on in. Water's fine. Steve and Vicky are saying we absolutely love the 2.0. Thanks, guys. And Michael is saying, I've had to reconnect a few times during this call, too.
Yeah,
we still have that Zoom room, that Zoom webinar, just in case.
You may just have to go leave Webinar Jam and go to Zoom. We don't like it any more than you guys do.
Yeah, we'd like. Oh, Terry has joined the room.
I see that Terry has joined the room.
And then she's gone. Or he. I don't know. Terry might be a he.
Terry with an I is probably a she.
Probably she. Yeah, Terry would be. Oh, Terry, I'm sorry. It's a Webinar Jam thing.
Well, Terry, I tell you what, why don't you reach out at support at emailcopypro.com and Leanne can schedule a time to get on with you with Webinar Jam.
Yep.
With
Zoom.
We'll spend 15 minutes with you to help you get because we spend 15 minutes with everyone once they complete their Epic email setup.
Yep.
Since to make up for the problems that you're having tonight, we can't do this for everyone, but because you couldn't get on, we'll just do that call with you beforehand. So it's a 15-minute call and just walk through and show you exactly how to set up for the Epic email setup for the life coach. Does that sound like a good deal?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. So,
and once you get in here, you'll see how easy it is and how powerful it is. Well, you'll get addicted to it like everyone else does in a good way. In a good way. All right. So hopefully Terry, you heard that, because I just reach out to her via email. Ian. So do we have any other questions from our folks on the call here? Just make sure that you guys go through that Epic email setup, please. At the end of the setup, you'll be shown the page to go. Okay, so Terry, Terry, Leanne's going to reach out to you, and we're going to take care of you off this call. Okay, so she's back on now. So go through so everyone else go through the Epic email setup. And when you get to the end of the Epic email setup, you'll see the email and the URL to go to, rather not the email, excuse me. The URL to go to set up a 15-minute call with our inbox branding team, so that we can walk you through, make sure that you set up your first 12 fields correctly.
Yep. So Terry, I'm going to pop the support email in here and just. I'm
not sure what the long forgotten Navajo remedy, but that's really good.
All right. So, you know how you were talking about the ancient secret and how you love that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And how everyone in Email CopyPro has it. So I just happened to be going through my email, and this is a subject line that I just in an email today from a marketer.
That's good. Now look, you guys, look at this. Can this long forgotten Navajo remedy restore your hearing too? That's a really great subject line, a really great headline. That is right out of the whole can this formula that we use inside the bullet formula.
Yeah.
So, can this, the long forgotten thing can be the ancient secret.
Exactly. Like that's why I popped it in here. I'm like, this is the ancient secret. It's just a little reworded. So, and that's what I wanted you to point out, John, that when you think, oh, ancient secret, well, I don't know, that sounds kind of funny. Well, how else can you say ancient secret? Oh, long forgotten, right? Same thing. But yeah, right out of the bullet formula that you guys now have. And this was a subject line in my email today from a well-known marketer, because you guys should be subscribed to email lists with an email address that you don't use for your personal email, but you just check for swipe file, right?
Well, so here's another way to do this. So without, you could just do this. Can this long forgotten, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. Forgotten.
Wait, you're not sharing your screen. Hold
on. You guys are going to love this. Just give me a second. I'm typing.
Well, Andrew's asking, will this training be posted on YouTube? And yes, I'm going to be adding it. We have a playlist inside the YouTube account. And actually, let me give you the link for the playlist while John's typing. Oh, he typed.
There you go.
Look at that. Can this so now you can use this. Guys, just copy this out.
Yeah. Can this long forgotten niche trick primary goal too? Okay. Terry, Leanne's going to reach out to you personally. So don't worry. We got you covered. So this, you don't need to see my screen, guys. Look in the chat. Look at my name right here in the chat. I'll share my screen just so that way you can, it's going to be a little weird, but I'm going to. Got it? Everybody good?
We were.
In fact, I can actually make this one of the bullets inside Email CopyPro before we get off this call. That's how easy this is.
That'd be great. Why not?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's how awesome our yeah, this one but yeah, you have to throw something a little more difficult at me than this because this one's so easy. So Deb's question, I don't understand. I don't know what MOB is, so I don't have an answer for that question.
It's an affiliate. Like people sign up for that to promote MOB. So she would be an affiliate for this company, basically.
Okay, so can you address that question because I just don't have any idea. I don't know.
Yeah, Deb, you could reach out to me in support and support at emailcopypro.com. So I can help you with that.
Yeah, sorry.
We post a link. Yeah, I'm doing that right now, but I was multitasking. So give me a minute or a second.
All right, yeah.
I don't think there were any other questions. So if you have any last minute questions, any last questions before?
You guys, hold on now.
Yep. Pop them in right now.
Okay, guys. Be cool. See if my trick worked. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, sharing screen, guys. To my emails. I'm going to go back to my bullet generator for stress management. And the one, something I know nothing about. Well, I know a little bit about it, but certainly don't write about it. Now I'm going to come over here. As you noticed last time, the last one ended with this one right here. I'm going to click regenerate. And boom. Can this long forgotten handling anxiety and pressure tricks, I'm going to change that to stress management trick. Tackle your stress management techniques. I'm going to say manage your stress levels with precision 2. There you go. Can this long forgotten stress management trick manage your stress levels with master precision 2? Find out on page blank.
I love it. That's great.
So, yeah, that one was too easy. So yeah. Hey, unearth your secret stress management skills with swagger 2. So how about yeah, managing stress and anxiety. I'll say I'm going to change this to, I'm going to edit this to just stress, which is just to anxiety. When it comes to anxiety management. See, I like seeing some things my way. You know, I like my team. I would do it like that. So now, can this long forgotten anxiety management trick, and let's make that bold, unearth your secret stress management skills with swagger 2? Yeah. Did I? Okay. Just telling you guys that's how cool we are. Leanne finds something, sends it to me in a chat. It's in your email CopyPro database right now. Just so because
now, hey, and
we roll like
guys, that. You do, and you know it's topical because I just got an email today. So
I challenge you to find anyone else that will do what I just did for you. Now, granted, I didn't do it for a customer, but it would have even been better if it would have been a customer. Oh, I love this bullet, and it would have been awesome. I would have done it, but not anything against Leanne. But the point is like, come on, man, that's pretty cool. Let's say this is why we want you in our posse, because I think we do pretty good stuff, and we take care of you in a really epic way. So, pun intended, by the way.
Well, let's see. We got one more question, and that was awesome, by the way. And what do you think about? Should I even say this? I don't know. Well, maybe I'll say it. So, if you guys find cool bullets or subject lines, or that really like You look at it and you'd be like, oh my God, that would make me do something.
Send it our
Support
way.
at emailcopypro.com. And if it, if we think it's up to speed, John will work his magic on it and it'll wind up in Email Copy Pro. Why not? File this under what's working right now, right?
Yeah, guys. I just pulled it up. I pulled up the same thing inside my fat loss niche. Can this long forgotten fat loss trick melt away your stubborn belly fat and thigh fat too? There you go.
Yeah, look at how I can see that on a cover of Cosmopolitan. Like, it reads perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see. Michael is asking, where is the ask formula email sequence? That's real specific, and we don't really have the ask formula because that's
no. We have a bucket list. Ask is a bucket list. It's basically all.
Well, yeah, we have a basic one, but not the whole ask method, right?
No, because we can't take Ryan's method and
exactly.
Right. Now, if Ryan wants to be smart and partner up with us, then then yeah. But we already do have a bucket quiz. So yeah, if you look under promote and look under quiz, you'll find our bucket quiz, which is built around a bucket quiz that came right out of the ask method. We didn't take the copy, but we just took the formula. So so the bucket quiz is, again, ask method is basically a lot about quizzes. So start there, and then you can go with you don't need the ask method for the rest of the stuff because our stuff is equally or more effective. So, but hey, these are things that what you want to do is say, hey, can we add this in the future? And since I know Ryan and I actually had a product together, I can reach out to Ryan and go, hey, how can we, what can you give us to where we can work with this and everything's fine. But we just don't do that unless we have specific permission, like we have for, like guys like Todd Brown are in here and Mike Filsame and, Jonathan Mizell and Russell Brunson. And we all know those guys and they go, yeah, it's cool. But I haven't asked Ryan, so that's the answer to that question. Although, start with the bucket quiz, because that bucket quiz is really cool. We're coming out with a cool thing it's going to take about 6 weeks, though. We thought we could release it at 2.0, but we really can't. It's going to be 2.1, where you can it's for advanced marketers, to be honest with you. It's like for things like the bucket quiz, for example, where you can come in and you can pre-select the fields that you want Email Copy Pro to stay consistent, and then let Email Copy Pro randomize the rest. So yeah, so you'll get really more specific with what you want in your emails, which is pretty cool. That's going to play into it's going to play really nice when it comes into doing things like quizzes, where you have multiple data fields. In other words, you have like 5 or 6 different database entries for the same niche field, and it's going to pull it in randomly. So instead of the emails might generate 1, 5, 3, 2, 4, and this way you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have no idea what you want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no way we can know that. So, but now in a few weeks you'll be able to tell it. Yeah, here's what I want. Now I'm talking about something really advanced, guys. So it's 1% of you will use it, but the 1% that will, or guys like Agora or Chorus bought a license for this, they want stuff like this.
I was muted. Let's see. Ellen is saying, are you saying you actually have a quiz in there? No, we don't. It's not a quiz. It's the email, right?
We actually have both. We have both. So you go to Mission Control, and let's click View All, and just hit Command F and say Quiz. So we got 20 things. We got a 4-day bucket quiz. We have a pop quiz, a promo for affiliates. We have another affiliates quiz. I'm just going through here really quick. Here's the bucket quiz. Here's a pop quiz. So let's just choose this one. Doesn't matter which one we choose. Quiz. Weight loss. My niche. Generate. This is just an email. This is not it's an email built around the fact that quizzes are cool and built around the fact, well, we just know that this email works really well. We send it out all the time in the weight loss world. So we just took an email that we know works really well. And Ta-da. All I have to do is fill it in. I don't have this particular niche filled in, but here's a fat loss quiz for you. And you click entry, and here's your pop quiz. All you got to do is fill out these fields. You know, enter a question that has a surprising answer to it, or one your prospect would want answer below. Okay. The correct answer. Yep. Yeah, I'm not going to enter the whole thing. And by the way, you don't enter periods in Email CopyPro. Now, I'm just showing you how quickly I can do this knowing my own subject matter. And so, boom, you know. See if you can pass this weight loss pop quiz. If you want to see fat melting off stubborn body parts of the hip size, buttocks, belly area, the correct answer is important. What's the fastest way to lose your muffin top? Is it reduce your dietary fat, cut your calories, starve? So everything is done except I just didn't fill out the explanation. So because I just didn't have the time. So I'm done with this. So it's a quiz. Now here's the trick to this. The trick to this is really cool. Make each of these links. Make each of these links to your sales page. When you copy it into your notice this says take this 3-question fat loss quiz. Isn't that cool? Click view. And there you go. All I got to have is the explanation, and I'm done. Everything else was pulled in just from the brief. I didn't have my whole niche filled out. Pop quiz is content. So now I've got that content filled out. But let's say next month I want to do a different pop quiz. Well, I could enter a totally different pop quiz. So totally different way of saying it. So this one says, see if you can blah, 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 blah. Let's say I want to create another one. New entry. I just create another one. This one I'll call, I don't know, exercise. There you go. Okay, so if I hit regenerate, as you can tell, I put a whole lot of effort into this, right? So let's hit regenerate. You have to. This is what you have to regenerate again. So there we go. What's the worst exercise in the world for fat loss? Is it cardio, weights, yoga? Okay, it's surprising enough, it's cardio. Cardio sucks. There you go. This is a terrible quiz. Put a period at the end of this inside the framework. But there you go. You get the idea, guys. So literally in a scope of 5 minutes, I created a silly quiz, but these are actually really good questions, by the way. This is a really good question. This is one I would ask. These are actually really good answers. The only thing that's not sufficient is, surprising enough, it's cardio. You know, here's why. I would tell you exactly why. You know, cardio, unless you've done it and unless you do it in the right way, you know, it does nothing but, you know, burn a few hundred calories, and you can eat a few hundred calories and so much as half a bagel. It's a lot easier to use rotational refeeding to lose body fat. So there you go. I'm done. So that's how fast it is. All you had to do is fill in this. I literally have to just fill in this box, guys. You know, so it doesn't get any easier than this, in my opinion. You know, enter the reason this is wrong. Yeah, it's okay. Well, cardio sucks because, you know, and I can even say, like, what I would say in the real world is, however, now there is a cool way of doing cardio, which I can tell you about on the next page. And that's another way to get another person to get to another link to give them in the email. So I do a cardio protocol. In fact, my brother Ray, I think, is on the call tonight. Ray and I do a cardio protocol that's 4 minutes long. It's only 4 minutes long. It's called Tabata. And I do it at the end of a workout. It's a really hard 4 minutes. And so, but I rarely do like long cardio sessions. So that's my point. It's like, you know, people are always like, how do you get abs and all this stuff? Well, it's not through doing tons of cardio. It's through dieting and doing this. So that's how you want to think about through your quiz. So I'm giving you I'm not trying to give you a weight loss tutorial here, but I'm giving you something I know a lot about, because it's going to help you with what you know a whole lot about. So you might want to think in your quiz, okay, how do I, you know, how do I create a question that will create controversy? What's the worst exercise in the world for fat? That's a great question, you know? So that's a great way to think through that quiz thing. Now that's one version of the quiz. The other version of the quiz that we're talking about is the bucket list that we were talking about. So come over here and we can go down here and find our bucket list. Now, we don't call it a bucket list. Let's see, actually, we do. We call it a 4-day bucket quiz. So, okay, so as I say, 4-day quiz. And I'll use the stress management demo, since I don't know anything about it. We're going way out on a limb here. Oh, actually, I don't think we can use the stress management, because the quiz is always content that you have to enter. But so let me use content that I probably have entered. Let's go through. Well, no, what? I'll go ahead and try this. I'll try it. See what happens. Just friends. So now this is a 4-day quiz. So this is an ask method kind of quiz. So here's the instructions. You'll read. It's pretty simple. Okay. So this assumes that they've answered a quiz. So you have to fill in these blanks. So I just don't have a quiz. As you can tell, when it clicks up here, there's no data here. So thanks for visiting my website and taking the blank quiz. Okay. Well, I can create a quiz right here. So if you're using the ask method, you would have a name of the quiz, right? Let's call it the fat burner type quiz. Okay. Name of the free offer, usually an email series. Okay. I say the keto burner 10-day quick start. I'm making stuff up, guys. According to your quiz results, you are a blank. Okay. Type 1 fat burner, serial overachiever. So I'm giving you examples right here. So your quiz would have, you are a type B, or whatever it may be. I don't know. Enter a short definition of what the bucket quiz is below. So a type B's crave almonds. This is not true, guys. I'm just making stuff up. If about blank percentage of the folks that take my quiz. So how much of it is percentage? Okay. This can be a percentage or a number of about 35%. Okay. Okay. So I've got that first quiz all entered. I click regenerate and boom. Now let's read it. Thanks for visiting my website. I'm taking the fat burner type quiz. So, I don't want to use quiz twice. Oh, okay, John, let's take out quiz twice because you made a mistake because you're human. No, it's hard to believe. Fat burner type quiz. I'm sure a few of the quiz questions had you wondering, what does this all mean? Blah, blah, blah. But I suggest you waiting until you've seen the valuable keto burner. I'll take out the word the because I don't like it now that I see it. Little changes. Keto burner 10-day quick start. I'm sending over in the next few days at no charge. Based on your quiz answers, it's my opinion you are a type B. And since we use stress and I'm using fat, that's right. We were in the stress thing. Okay. So sufferer of stress makes no sense. So I'm going to change sufferer of stress to type B, right, to fat burners. A fat burner. And I'll change the next one to metabolic type. Actually, metabolic types may or may not work. We'll see. Okay. So there you go. Based on your quiz answers, in my opinion, you're a type B metabolic type. Type B's crave almonds. Not exactly the great copy here. And type B suffers of stress, which I'm going to change to fat burners. Share a common problem. You're living with near endless stress, which actually works kind of. You see, I would just go through here, and obviously I'm writing a weight loss quiz, and I forgot I was doing it. I forgot I was in the stress thing. So Excuse me. I could have created a quiz for stress, but you get the idea. So that's literally how I would create a quiz. Now, this is a whole quiz thing. Notice that the second thing uses the ancient secrets. Notice that I'm kind of glad we did it now, Leanne. What is this ancient secret? It's called breath elongation. Well, I filled that out earlier in the tutorial, guys. So this part's all done. So now we don't have to do my weight loss thing. Okay, so so breath elongation is breathing in through your nose for a count of 5 out of 10. It's a very simple concept with big benefits, and breath elongation has great side effect. So I just didn't fill in the benefits because I was in a hurry. This should be here are. Catch typos, I always fix them. So tips, I'd enter it right here. See, it's not complete. That's why I didn't enter. But you get the idea. So once you get this stuff entered, it just pulls up magically in the next, here we are, in the next thing. So in this particular quiz, I wouldn't go, obviously, fat burning metabolic type. I would say you are a type C stress reliever or a type C stress inducer. And when that means the type Cs feel more stress when they don't get their emotional needs met. Yeah, I could just, come on, guys. This is not rocket science. This is pretty simple stuff. And that is specifically around the ask method. Well, that's not, Ryan didn't invent the ask method. This is just around quizzes. So quizzes online, thank you for taking my quiz, blank, and you create answers, you know? So if you have a 10-question quiz and you say, okay, based on your answers, you are a type C, or based on your answers, you are a fast twitch muscle fiber person. That means that you need to do exercises in the 8 to 12 rep range. Do you see where I'm going? And this is what this whole thing customizes to you. And you saw how quickly I did it. And it ends up over here with what we call the silver bullet. In my last email, I talked more about situational response disorder that every type B person is subject to. You're paying insane amounts of debts going. Remember, we changed this to health providers. Anyway, it's kind of funny. We got a niche that's completely confused right now. Stress management, insurance, and weight loss, all in the same niche, Leanne. We should publish this and just call it the confused person's niche. But you guys get the idea. So this would literally take you to the pitch page. Here's your offer, name a product. You know, if I pulled this quiz in for my own stuff, you would see it exactly how it reads. In fact, I can pull it in. I can, I'll do this real quickly. I know we're getting a little over, but I'm trying to give you guys as much as I can give you, and come in here and actually find a real quiz. So quiz, you see, we go to Real Dose here. And give you, so just so you can see exactly how this reads for real. Okay, so this is actually a real one. Thank you for visiting my website and taking the WL type quiz. What does this all mean? My valuable e-coaching for your course type quiz. I'm sending over the next few days at no charge. Based on your answer, you're a type B metabolic type, share a common problem. You are likely suffering from elevated cortisol, aka the stress hormone, which leaves you may be suffering from slow metabolism. So believe it or not, everything that you saw me filling out can look exactly like this. I just didn't feel, I was just in a hurry. I just was putting data in fields, but literally it looks like this. So there's no difference here at all in the quizzes. In fact, I'll show you. So type B metabolic types, you may be blank, suffering from a slow metabolism. You're most likely craving sweets and carbs, and you're most certainly experiencing ghrelin levels elevate. So you're always hungry. Now I took this specifically from, now look at this, your type B transformational plan. This is from Buck Risby's Real Dose campaign. And Buck was kind enough to let us use this. So, and Buck, by the way, had the Real Dose campaign written by Ryan Lebeck. So this is right out of Ask. This can't get more Ask than that. I mean, this is Ask as Ask gets. But this is as far as we go into that with these four things. So let's look at what his ancient secret was. Consuming, I would say, daily consumption of enough blah, blah, blah is a big part of the equation when it comes to hitting your fitness goals, especially for type C metabolic types. I think we did type B, so I'll click on that one. Today we're going to discover, check this out, a way to help you reduce cortisol levels that dates back over 3,500 years. Does that sound familiar, guys? Is that our ancient secret pulled in here? Yeah, it is. There it is. It's pulled in the middle of a quiz. Okay. It's a true cortisol slayer. Oh, that's good. Let's see if there's another. Yeah, I like that one. But only recently have metabolic health experts confirmed it has huge benefits. What is it? It's called mindfulness. Onward and we go. So this is a badass data entry. I mean, So check this out. A recent analysis of 24 studies involving blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? That was in that same exact thing that I just didn't fill out. It was a study. So remember I just said, hey, you guys, you can fill this whole thing out if you want to. Well, here it is. Enter social proof, a study or any other data. And this is just one line of data. Enter tips on how to overcome it right here. Consider joining a class or blah, blah, blah. So you just enter it like you would content right here. Here's a few tips. Consider joining a class. That said, there's an even more powerful trick, if you can believe it, for hitting your fitness goals. And let's say reducing cortisol, keeping your cortisol levels under control. It's also key for avoiding the deadly domino effect that I mentioned yesterday. Wow, deadly domino effect. That sounds scary. That's the primary cause, guys. You guys have all that. This is pulling data that you fill in your niche. And guess what? This is in your basic setup. That's in your Epic email setup. So some of your Epic email setup stuff would pull in here and some of it wouldn't, because this is the much more advanced stuff. But you can see that it's not impossible to go through it and figure this out on your own. This is just very, very straightforward. So
yeah, that is so cool. I love that it pulled in the ancient secret too. That's
awesome. And let's not forget that the whole idea is to get to sell something here. So check this out. I want you to see this pitch. It's a really good one. So I'm going to give you a quick lesson in pitching something, then we're going to call it a night here. In addition to the tips I've shared in this email series, which Email CopyPro creates for you, all you have to do is fill in the blanks, guys. There's a simple solution that smashes through all of these deadly domino barriers. I would change that to deadly domino barriers, but you get the deadly domino effect barriers. I can't say it. So you get the result you deserve. Many of my customers call it the silver bullet, but it's actually a 100% natural proven solution. It's been used by over 300,000 weight loss, blah, 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 to finally, blah, blah. It's called Real Dose Formula number 1. And what is that? Well, that's the offer name. You have it. And with it, you get a solution that delivers 2 clinically proven ingredients, blah, 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 without deprivation and endless exercises. So, and safely addresses all 4 of the hormonal blocks to your success, all in a supplement that's doctor recommended. So this is literally sales quality style writing inside of an email. It's right here. You guys just grab it. Just go in there, get the bucket quiz. You know, again, mission control. You can find it by clicking view all, or you can ask yourself, well, what is that? Well, that's definitely a promotion. Would you say? Click promotion. I'm going to promote myself and quiz. There it is right there. Not too hard to find in Email CopyPro, right? So how are we doing for tutorials, Leanne? Are we doing pretty good? Was this a pretty good one?
Ding, ding, ding. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Did we address all the questions? Everybody happy?
We did. Except this last one from Chris. Sorry if you addressed this topic with Email CopyPro. Mm-hmm. Is there a benefit to also purchasing Accelerator for webinars or VSLs? Would appreciate your input.
Yes, we get that question a lot, and the answer is by all means, they're both. You should have both. I mean, and I'm not saying that just as a marketer, because the VSL version of this is at least 8 months to a year away. Accelerator is completely friendly with, obviously Accelerator is only for video sales letters. So they will eventually talk to each other, but it's a good 8 to 12 months away before that happens. So in the interim, you don't want to wait for your profits. And besides, Accelerator's drop in the bucket compared to what a video sales letter can make for you. It's just it's a no-brainer. We've got 3,000 customers that will most of the video sales letters you see out there are either written by Accelerator or they've gone through the course. I mean, I'd say about 75% of them. So quite a few of them. So yeah, I think that that's a really good investment, and the training alone is worth it. It used to be sold just with the videos. There was no software. It was just videos. So I sold it for a year and a half by itself without software at all. So it was just a training, and people made so much money off that. I mean, so yeah, highly recommend it.
Yep. Well, now you have answered, except I'm going to give you a comment from Deb. She said, I got this email from a health company, subject line, more dangerous than guns.
That's good. That's good. More dangerous than guns, huh?
And on that note, We have covered it, or you have covered it, not me.
More dangerous than guns. It's not necessarily. I'm thinking how we could use it as a bullet, because see, when you have to think about things from how does everyone get to use it, there's a way we could use that where not everyone in the world could use that bullet, but literally you could take that as is and say, is false solution, quote, more dangerous than guns?
Yeah, that's how you could use it. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Now, how much would you love me if I put that in there right now for you?
Mwah.
It's so funny. I'm probably sound like somebody that needs continual validation. And I'm like the least in need of validation person that I know, but I'm just messing with you guys. I just actually love doing this stuff. It's fun for me. It's like copying in language is a science and an art. And so it's naturally fun to do this, but to have built a software program that actually does it, I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of giddy, like a kid with a toy. But you guys are looking at a toy that can make you millions of dollars if you just use the toy. I can't force you to use the toy, but damn it, I wish I could.
I know. Use the toy.
Use the damn toy. Don't make me angry. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to do this just because, even though I wasn't asked to.
And while you're doing that, I would just to go back to the survey for a second, just to revisit it, is when you're thinking ask method and it sounds all, it's very market speak, ask method. And what is that? That's the primary solution, right? That's inbox branding. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, all it is list segmentation. It's just a way to segment your list so that, like Ryan did it way back in the day when he had an orchid business and he had to find out, it was his memory business, Rocket Memory. And he knew that some people bought his memory training because they were older and they were worried about, losing their memory and Alzheimer's and dementia. But then he had another group of people that were young, like college kids, and they wanted to improve their memory because they want to cram for their exams. Well, if you're going to write a sales page or emails or anything, you're talking to two totally different people. So he had to put a quiz on his page so he would have these people self-select themselves into groups so that he could then talk to them with the right language. And that's how the ask method. So when you're creating your quiz, that's the context that you want to think. I am asking people questions so then I can know how to talk to them.
Yeah. Very cool. I am almost done here.
And Survey Funnel does, there is quiz software that we're using right now. It's called surveyfunnel.io, I'm pretty sure. If you just Google Survey Funnel, what's his name? Jack Bourne. It'll come up. I believe it's surveyfunnel.io. Let me just check. Yeah, surveyfunnel.io. Great software, super easy to use.
Oh, okay, Leanne, I got to show you this, guys, and then we'll call it a night. And I have to show you this. Deb.
It's for you.
Deb, reach out to Leanne and let her help you with that financial thing. We can figure out something that, we do offer a payment plan for Accelerator. We don't want you to go without that because it can make you money. But I do want to show you this because I did say if anybody. So now if you refresh your screen, is attempting hours of exercise every day really more dangerous than guns when it comes to losing weight? Find out on page X. So presto, you now have it. It's now in the bullet say. So this is how exactly you guys are seeing a microcosm of what we did for 2 fucking years. Okay. With everyone. And I'll be honest with you. It wasn't with our customers saying, hey, what about this subject line? It wasn't with that. So now, in case you're wondering, the subject lines, you can't copyright them. So I could literally steal everyone's subject lines without asking. Now, I'm not saying I did, but people do it. That's just there's no way you can copyright them, and there's nothing wrong with stealing subject lines as long as they aren't stealing branded subject lines. Like for example, when people stole menopause belly or they stole fat burning hormone, that was mine. That's unethical because that's my brand. Okay. Saying is something more dangerous than guns is just kind of a clever way of doing it, which they're not the first marketer to use that. I've heard that expression before. But is attempting hours of exercise every day really more dangerous than guns when it comes to losing weight? Well, I could use now. Guess what? It'd be I'm just kind of curious to what it would look like inside before we. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one. What would that look like inside of our silly stress management one now that was completely screwed up? That stress management one that's completely like, who knows what that's going to look like. But it's kind of going to be funny. I have to see this for myself. It could be a train wreck, but let's see it. Let's find out. Is pigging out or emotional eating really more dangerous than guns when it comes to managing stress levels with masterful precision? Reads perfectly fine to me. That's it. That's really cool. I could even take out the with masterful persuasion. There you go.
So cool.
More
Thanks, Deb.
I
like that one.
Deb, you might have this one. This is now one of my favorite bullets. So Deb, we got to at least help you out with payment plan for summer. So guys, this is what we're talking about. If you send us something that, hey, I saw this bullet or I saw this subject line, or even more complicated things like we were asked, where is this niche? Unless it's something that we just can't do, which we'll be honest with you, can't. Like I reupholster. I'm in the furniture reupholstery business or something really random. Then no, that will probably be months down the line before we could ever get to that. But if you say, oh, you don't have a speakers niche, we do, but let's say we didn't, and we had another guy, yeah, I'm in the speaker business too, we would put that at the top of the list. If you come to us and say, hey, is there any way Email CopyPro can do X? And we can do X, we'll do that for you either literally on a call, or we'll have our tech team do it for you like within 48 hours or something, assuming it's already built to do that. And how many people said, we would love to see Email CopyPro do X, and it wasn't built, and we said, okay, give us a couple of weeks. So that's the advantage of you being on these calls with me, not just hearing all this marketing stuff, which is really worth its weight in gold, but also getting this kind of service. We want to be, we already have the best software by far. There's not anything that comes close to it. I think it's the best system for email writing, but we want to be the best people too. We want to be top-notch in customer service and in personal service. So that's a high bar. It's a very high bar. But that's the one we set for ourselves. So there you go.
Well, you've got a good head start. Great software, great service.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything to do with that, but whatever.
Hey, I think Leanne, you've been incredibly helpful in all of this. And we just saw like a little microcosm of how you guys can work with us. Deb sent over the subject line. I was able to take it and rewrite it a little bit. I kept the same premise, I put it in quotes because I think that needs to be in quotes to be a bullet. But we turned a subject line into a bullet, and I love it. And now you can use it, and now I think, guess what? That's going to be a subject line in our subject line generator, because that's a kick-ass subject line. All of our subject lines come from other marketers, including, well, not just, so I've written, a lot of them, but Ryan Dice wrote a lot of them. Perry Belcher wrote a lot of them. Perry Marshall wrote a lot of them. I mean, subject lines, our subject line library comes from all the best converting subject lines in the world. And we don't take anything that is copywritten, but subject lines are fair game.
Fair game. We're going to get them.
Yeah. What we do is now I'll tweak them to my own liking sometimes, and sometimes I'll take them exactly as is. But yeah. So now you have it. Now everyone has what Deb shared. Thank you, Deb.
Yeah, thanks, Deb. And you can too. So totally awesome. And Michael is saying perfecto. John says you leap over that bar that you set so high.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's very cool. Thanks. And yeah, so thanks guys, because honestly, without you guys, we got nothing. We got great software, but if no one's using it, it's like that tree falling in the forest, right?
Yeah, it is. And please do use it. And I want to say, get to Michael, you mentioned something, Drip. Drip is, I just read Andre's review of Drip, and he could not say enough good stuff about it. Drip.co, or it might be .com, I'm not sure. Drip, just look up Drip for email. They are probably the company we're going to go to away from where we're currently at. So
yeah, it's drip.co, and it's the same folks that brought you Lead Pages. They bought Drip, and they're marketers. So if you're going to buy software from somebody like John,
Clay is
yeah,
behind.
yeah. Well, he bought Drip, but Drip was already there. Lead Pages, yep.
So yeah, I knew Clay. I met Clay years ago. I met him at. He came up to me. I was speaking at Glazer Kennedy, I think, and Clay came up and introduced himself. And yeah, whoever knew the kid would do all the stuff he was doing? Awesome. Yeah, super nice guy. Michael said he bought it from the guy that ran Micropreneur Academy, huh? I don't know that guy, but I know of the deal. Lawrence is asking a quick question, then we'll call it a night. It's been 2 hours, and I've had a great time, but it's 2 hours, and Johnny Boy has to feed himself. Should you limit the number of complaints, primary complaints? Primary complaints, by definition, are obviously the primary one, right? So that being said, when it comes to weight loss, I can think of 3 primary complaints my customers have. I can't lose weight fast enough. I can't lose weight at all. I feel like I'm hungry all the time. So that might be, so you can have, many, but the way that we like to think through it is think of a primary complaint and put as many secondary complaints as you possibly can. So if you think of a primary complaint is like, look, you and I both know the one thing you really want to do is you want to be successful at email marketing. You want to be successful with your email marketing. Let's say that was your thing. So your primary complaint is that your emails aren't getting open and read and they're not making you money. That's your primary complaint. Then you could say, well, there's a bunch of stuff that follows with that. For example, your reputation in the affiliate world could be ruined. Your sales page won't get the traction it needs. When people hit your sales page and don't buy, you won't have a sequence to sell to them. You see how I'm doing this? So that's how you should think through it, Lawrence. Think of it in that sense. So use primary complaints as pretty much 1, 2, maybe 3 at the most. But you could use 1. You could have 1 primary complaint without a problem. But have 50 secondary complaints. You can have as many as you want. Yeah, you can take them out, Lawrence. Just go into yeah. So Lawrence, bear in mind that right now you can have 6. There's no problem with that. You can change. So here's what you want to do. Okay, I'm going to show you this real quick. So we're fixing this in 2 weeks. We apologize. Believe it or not, it looks like it's super easy and it's stupid, but it's not. It's just not. So where you want to go is just go over to again, the Epic email setup. Okay. So I'm just going to choose the one that I've already set up. So I'll just go over here to Epic, and I'll do this one. And so I'm choosing setup because I know that the field's in there. Okay. So we want to go to the primary complaint. And I'll scroll down here. And see, I've got 2. There's not a problem with that. But let's say I wanted to delete it. This is where I would delete it. In any email, you can delete right here. Just click it right here. So if you have 6 and you want to take it down to 1, just click delete. It'll ask you to delete it. So this is where right now data is deleted. Eventually data will be deleted in the niche itself. That's coming up in a few weeks. Does that make sense? We're also adding a first and last button because so if you come over here to your niche, for example, just so that I can show you what you're talking about. So if you come over here to causes, and I go down here to the primary cause. Oh, it wasn't primary cause. It was a primary complaint. My bad. So come over to primary complaint. You see, there's no delete button right now. There's going to be a delete button right here, so that you can delete it here. But right now, you just have to go into an email that uses it and then delete it from there, and then it deletes it here automatically. Cool deal. One of the few bugs. first version of this, and we realized it and went, holy crap, forgot that. So there you go. Awesome, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much. Thank you, Leanne, for staying later. Thank you for everybody being on the call. This will be inside YouTube, so you can go to our YouTube channel and check that out. And you'll get a replay link because you joined. And again, send any questions you have, support@emailcopypro.com. Go through Epic Email. Give us your rave reviews too, because we'd love to hear your rave reviews about this. So just send us your testimonials. We'd really appreciate it. And we will talk to you not next week unless we do something impromptu. If we can do something next week, we will let you know as soon as humanly possible. And if we can't, it'll definitely be, well, obviously back the week after that. But good luck with your Epic emailing, and we'll talk to you then.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, John.
Thanks, Leanne.